Hello and welcome. I'm No542 and this is the 3D Create and Print Magazine 19. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Okay, 19, drop 5. This is the last part of this drop. So, yeah, next week I'll do something a bit different, I think. Not really sure fully what yet, but I might announce that on YouTube. Oh, wow. Okay, so here, 3D printing pizzas. How cool is that? That is awesome. I don't think they 3D printed the cheese. I think we talked about this earlier, maybe in a different episode about 3D printing food. But I mean, it's cool. It's really cool. And I mean, you can 3D print it, and they're saying it could be used as making whatever you want for that day. Here's the truck that you made last time, or that I said about making last time. You can see it holding various circles and squares, cylinders and cubes, I should say. Yeah, so got the wheels on it and adding the finishing touches. I wonder if they give you like some kind of what do you call it? There's ways to smooth it out, kind of thing. Is there ways of smoothing it? No, I don't know. We'll find out very soon. No, there's not, but that's fine. There might be a tool on that which can use for that, which is just like not mentioned or something like that. Pattern and texture. Okay, so you see some various phone cases at the top, which look really cool. I'm not sure how they do that. Okay, yeah, so I'm still not really fully sure, but it looks cool, doesn't it? It really does. So yeah, there's a house that someone's made in SketchUp. How cool is that? I would like to build something like that in SketchUp. And this time we got this piece. This was a pain in the ass last time as well. It's the bearing which goes on the end up here and allows the belt to slide freely backwards and forwards. Onto the last part of the magazine, Russian dolls part 1. So you get your first Russian doll. You get the Taj Mahal. Yeah, that's cool. A flower pot. See, ways you can do anything with this. A mini fly swatter for if you want to do that and kill flies, which is, you know, it's a little bit nasty, but I'm sure they're quite annoying still. Yeah, so you can create like little model houses in here. You see the guy standing next to 2 chairs that they've made in what looks like a little living room, and maybe over here a little fridge or some kind of shelving unit. And then next week we get the next part, which is the X-axis belt holder and print head bracket. Now, going on to the print head, that sounds really interesting. I'll put that to a side. So yeah, we have the part here. This is how it came. In the big package, which you'll see on my Twitter. I don't have a link for that right now because I'm recording. But I mean, I might. Nah, there's no point in posting a link to it. It's just a big bag. So these drop out. Come on, guys. Now, last time I did this, it was immense pain. In the bin. Excellent. Okay. Last time I did this, it was immense pain trying to clamp the small pin onto the stick, or whatever you want to call it, the holder for it. So yeah, you see here, I'm just going to follow the instructions which are in front of me, and this time I do have some needle nose pliers, not wire cutters. Don't use the wire cutters, use the needle nose pliers, these ones, because these ones aren't as sharp and won't break the actual piece of metal. If I can find it, I don't know where it is actually. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so we get this part here. We add the bottom part, which I think can be either of the 2 parts, just as long as it has the little lip on the bottom bit. Add the top part, which, yeah, doesn't matter which bit as long as it's on the top bit. And then push this little clip on like so. Now, I thought in the previous episode I'd be able to do it with my hand, but you cannot do it with your hand. What you need to do is I mean, maybe if you're like super strong, you can do it with your hand. Hope you can see this. You just almost lost it completely. Then let's put that around the right way. Grab it like this, and then squeeze. And in. And it just kind of popped on, like that. Perfect. So now we have a ball bearing, whatever you call it, or a bearing, belt bearing, that's what it's called, from my assistant, the book in front of me. Yeah. So we'll just spin this to the right way, stick it where it's supposed to go, which will make a fair bit of noise, so apologies for that. I will use my trusty screwdriver, and I think the bolts have to go from the other side of the printer. So what I'll do is, let me just move this book out of the way. Yep, the bolts need to go from the other side of the printer. Oh, you idiot. You idiot. Okay, that one, I won't cut that out. That's still part of the learning, right? Being an idiot is part of the learning on how to not be an idiot. I will cut this out though. I'm just going to go under the table and get that. Okay, I'm back, and let's just make sure it's all in shot still. Let's move that a bit closer. We'll move it like that, so you can see that fairly clearly. Yep, that's good. Let's just stick it to this side like so. Maybe you could put a name to my face now, or face to my name. Yeah, that's the one. Because I think you probably just saw my face. I haven't actually shown my face in any of the episodes before, so yeah, that's something new, isn't it? So that seems to be going in there fairly nicely. Let's tighten that one down, and then on to the next one. Let's just secure this onto the screwdriver head. And screw it in. Oh, that's going in strangely. Let me just do it from this side. Is that in the right hole? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And screw it nice and tighty. Righty-tighty into the hole, and done. Perfect. That's nice and tight. Now let me just make sure that I got that in the right way, because I don't want to have to come back to this. Yeah, the bearing goes furthest away, and the bearing is furthest away. Excellent. Perfect. Just tighten these up. Perfect. Okay. Now I do have a little bit of time left over now. Oh, noise from the microphone. Apologies. So what I will do is I'll just have a look at this arm. And you can see that it does slide fairly well, but it's a little bit tighter over this side, and that could be because this side is a bit higher than it should be. Maybe, or maybe not, or maybe the other side is. So what we'll do is we will take this around the other side, and we will see that all these 4 screws are a bit out of sync with each other. So we'll unscrew these a little bit so that they can be wiggled. Give them that space that they need. Oh, that one's a bit looser than expected. Do this one as well. Do this one as well. And there we go. Now, what we will do is, I suppose you can't really see it that well from there. I'll hold it down to this side. I'll hold it down to one side and then tighten that back up. And tighten that back up as well. And then I'll move it to the other side and tighten these 2 back up. not too noticeable, but it's a lot smoother. I'm so glad that worked. I wasn't entirely sure on how well that would go through, but it did. And you can see, I'll throw it to either side now, and it kind of doesn't really stop unless you, well, until it hits that. Yeah, so that'll be it for this episode. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and follow on Twitter at Thanks for watching.